Hey everybody, it's been a while since I've done a video, but I want to introduce you to a new young horse we have named Alpine Swift, and we very lovingly call him Chubby. So Chubby is an unraced thoroughbred. We bought him from Oakhurst Stables down in Portland, Oregon, and they stand Grindstone, his sire. They are racing stables, and I bought him for his sport horse potential. His dam is a very big boned, large thoroughbred mare, and I really liked the combination between the sire and the dam. So here he is at 1 year old, hanging out with a 3-year-old warm blood cross filly, or 2-year-old there. And right here, he is not at his most beautiful conformation. And thank goodness this phase passes quickly, and pretty soon he starts looking like this, and which really caught my eye that one particular day. It's actually not a joke that they do change very quickly, almost day by day at the age in their lives. So Chubby has had a very intriguing personality. From the very beginning, he's been a shy and careful horse who doesn't trust very easily. He gets along famously with other horses, as you can see here when he's playing with his horse Finn. He's 2.5 years old and very rambunctious, super athletic, and at this point we're starting to think that he needs a job. So I bring him into the round pen, and I was very surprised at how much he looked like an adult horse. He had lost a lot of his childish ways, and so now I'm seriously thinking that he really needs to get under saddle soon. So that was in October, and now this is January, and Chubby has gone under the knife or the tooth, as it turns out, for some minor modifications to his ear. This is a turnout accident, and we can imagine it must have hurt quite badly, but he seems none worse for wear, and now maybe he has a little bit of character built into his expression now. So I'd like to introduce Taylor. She's my working student. She just got here from Alaska, and has proven to be quite a good hand at with the horses. I'm super happy to have given her the responsibility of breaking Chubby. This is the first horse she's broken from scratch, and obviously we're doing it together. But Chubby is a very willing partner, so this is really fun. So what you're looking at is one of our first steps, which is getting the horse used to the racing saddle and teaching them to lunge. And I think actually this is day 3 of the process. And we just kind of play around with introducing new things when they seem willing to accept it. Because of Chubby's cautious personality, I was actually unsure of how he would be for the breaking process. But once Taylor gained his trust, he's actually been quite latched onto her, attentive, and very trusting. One of the things that you're not going to see in this video is just how many times we repeat certain things that we do. So the idea of tightening the girth, it never happens just once, it happens, 10 times. And the act of repetition tends to gain the horse's trust, and they start to lose their fear that something bad is going to happen. And the same thing goes with lunging and every other step along the way. Some horses have trouble kind of with new heights of the person who's working with them on the ground, and this is Taylor's first time using the mounting block, and it truly could not have gone better. He does not care. The last horse we broke actually did care quite a bit about the rider standing up on that block, so it's kind of nice that this particular horse is perfectly fine with it, and we should move forward from this to mounting pretty darn quickly.
Cool.
So this was a big day with the introduction of the saddle as well as the mounting block. And anytime you introduce so many new things, even though it all went perfectly fine, I like to back step a few steps and reiterate your basics. And so here Taylor is desensitizing him again to the lunge line or to the lunge whip, and just having him kind of relax and not worry about things that she's doing. So at this point, he has spent about a week working with the tack and with lunging. And we thought we'd introduce something different, which is just trotting and jumping over a new obstacle. And we started with an X, and that went perfectly well, and then we introduced a little vertical, and as you can see, it didn't go smoothly. But I wanted to include this part of the video because I think it's really important that people see the horse struggle with a concept and then come out positively on the other side. I could make a video that shows Chubby behaving every step along the way, but we all know, or can guess, that that's actually not reality. Young horses, it's a bit of trial and error, and you're learning their personality along the way as you go. So the fact that he had that one, what I would call a confusal, not a refusal, he just didn't understand why the jump was bigger, and yet he came right back around and jumped over it actually quite cleanly and beautifully. That just shows that you can push through things, add a little pressure, and then back off a bit, and the horse will learn from it. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I assume that the next video will have some Taylor getting on his back, so that should be coming up in the next week. Great. Thanks very much. Bye.